Right. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 412. We are here reviewing episodes 6 to 8 of King-Ohger. Hopefully tomorrow we review more than 3. The only reason why now, basically, I only decided to do 3 because it's getting kind of late and I have to go to work tomorrow. That's the only reason why. So in episode 6, Garrus welcome back home with open arms. Everyone's very happy to see him. Someone who now have seen in person since episode 1 of the show. And everything was fine, except the fact that Garrus still wants to basically kill his brother. So he's basically cleared the print. And then, of course, the villains, they don't really, okay, they're after the sacred treasure, so then, of course, they attack the Shogun Kingdom again, which is the second time so far they've attacked this kingdom. They attacked it in episode 1, and we're attacking it in episode 6, and they do an episode, pretty much the next 3 episodes are basically stuck here in this kingdom for 3 straight episodes. So, then, of course, they also debut a new Zord, known as God Scorpion, who basically is found on the ground, which, of course, basically, so the Black King-Ohger, he basically gets the gem back from the Prime Minister of the Bug Empire, who stole it from the Ice Kingdom in a previous episode. So it seems like he's about to heal the Regulus. So Garrus like, I'm taking this. So he takes it, fights the creature, and then King-Ohger Zord comes in and basically, this King-Ohger's a bit different, and of course basically it's blasted by, God Scorpion. And Garrus declared a traitor. Because somehow he commanded the Zord to fire on the other Zords. And he noticed basically one did not look like his Zord. And looked different. That's because it's the King-Ohger Zero thing. So he's declared a fugitive, and he's like this just for the very next episode. So once again, he's a fugitive. Despite the fact he's been a fugitive since episode 1. It's basically him being a fugitive was like a state of execution with episode 5. It's like he's cleared of that now. He's accused of treason now. And of course, everyone buys into Regulus' lies. So then he hides out in the orphanage. Basically, he's been hiding for years. And he ends up fighting basically the monsters. So basically, there's also this ant one, where he wants to basically get the rhinoceros beetle Zord for reasons. So, of course, he goes out, fights it, takes God Scorpion out. So it comes out. And also, it's revealed in episode 7 that Hiraku, what happened to her parents. Apparently, there's this mysterious man in a hooded cloak who was one of the refugees of her kingdom. Well, basically, people were injured. And then this person proceeded to walk up to her parents and inject them with poison, killing the both of them. And then he goes off with another one of these robot Zords. And if you're curious, I did a little research basically who the heck this guy is. I'm not going to reveal who the guy is right now, because his role is not going to reveal the second half of the series. So it's like, wow, we're into something very early. Interesting. Yeah, who he is basically is not revealed until much later. So, just a flashback. So, then of course, also basically the Scorpion gets named Scorpy by Himiko. So, she also gets basically becomes friends, an agreement, and of course, also the fact that apparently Scorpina has got a thing for the rhinoceros beetle. It's it's more than a platonic friendship. Yeah, where one Zord is in love with another. I'm like, wait a minute, this reminds me a lot of Go-Ohger. We have two vehicle Zords in love with each other. Except these are freaking bugs, not cars. Yeah, so, and here goes I'll keep your secret in exchange for helping me. I guess the Scorpion's sure, no problem. And gives her a sample of her venom, and she compares it to the sample of the venom that killed her parents 15 years prior to events of the show. So she compares it, and yes, it came from her, but she's not blaming the Scorpion for the venom. She is the person who did it, which good for her. Also revealed that apparently Gotsuko doesn't trust people. Okay. So then of course he races home, get back in hiding, and then of course basically he gets back to his hiding place, which is the orphanage. He's confronted by Rita and his own country's soldiers, where it's revealed that his brother has challenged him to a trial by combat, ending episode 7. So apparently off screen he accepted in exchange for going in a jail cell. In another country, mind you. Because apparently Rita's country is the woke court of this world. Because they try everything. Yeah, apparently anyways. So she asked obvious question about the kidnapping that was mentioned back in episode... Yeah. The story that Regulus gives is that apparently he was kidnapped in the palace years prior to the series as a child, and they never found the kidnappers or why he was kidnapped. And of course, basically, Rita asked him about it. He does not remember being kidnapped at all. So, then of course, basically, then we have the actual duel itself, the day of. Oh, and before this, apparently, get this, it was the Black King-Ohger's idea. Yeah, the Lord of Tofu, it was his idea for this whole trial by combat, and also the Venom stuff. Yeah, so shows the fact that this Venom, of course, he was given 2 vials. One contained the Venom, the other contained the anesthetic. He was supposed to give basically Regulus the anesthetic, but presumably he gave him the Venom, which is not really very clear. Yeah, this was a label, and I'm like, I looked at the thing, what label? Now, this could be a goof on his part, and probably also a goof on the production team for this, for not including a freaking label. Maybe not, they could include it basically in the language of the show, or you couldn't read the actual language, I'm not sure. So, then day of the combat, Rita, of course, is obviously the one overseeing this, while it's Regulus debuting his own King-Ohger suit, which is white. Which is always yeah, this episode is pretty much the thing. It's the same thing as the other suits per se, except being white. If I can get to the actual thing here. Guess it's not allowing me for some reason. I'm going to have to do this on my phone. Ah, here we go. Perfect. Yeah, because I noticed though basically Regulus' sword was different than the one everyone else's, which everyone was like gold. His was more like blackish gold. It was like light brown with a handle. Which I'm not surprised he has his own Ranger form, because they actually hinted at this just episode 8. I think it was in episode 6 when he showed off his sword. Oh, and the whole thing of basically his brother being fugitive, it was probably rigged by him. It was presumed it was rigged by him. Yeah, it was written by him. Okay, here we go. It is King-Ohger Ohsama, which is basically just a silver suit version of basically what. And we have the fight. It's a really cool fight they have here. So then, of course, also one of the monsters happens to sneak into the thing. So where he does point out during the fight that apparently his strike's not. It's almost like basically Regulus is not taken seriously as he's supposed to. This is a trial by combat. At least Gira is taking it seriously, but his brother, he's not taking it seriously. His strikes are not landing as hard as it's supposed to be. He does point out in the episode, which I am actually a little surprised about that. So and they have their fight, and the monster shows up, and the monster gets the venom. And of course, he's accused once again of being traitor, despite the fact that, oh, it was basically rigged that way by the bad guys. And of course, Regulus is buying into the bullcrap. And then he proceeds to presumably kill him by knocking out a freaking cliff. But prior to this, basically, blue, yellow, and black, which is Himuro, Yama, and Kurigi, basically decided to formulate a plan because they knew he was going to lose his duel. Just kind of rig it where he's going to lose, and he gets taken away. He gets basically get to sort of in a way monopolize him. In a way, that's kind of what their plan is. So he falls the cliff. He gets healed, but he can't exactly go with them to fight the monster because he's supposed to be dead. So the monster's defeated by the King-Ohger Zord, the Megazord, and of course, basically, well, now they're on the run again. Okay, I guess this was the next way to get them on the run again, because I guess people like it that way. Who knows? But that's pretty much the 3 episodes in a nutshell. It's still really good, thoroughly enjoyable. I love all the dialogue we have here. The dialogue, the action is still well balanced. And of course, also we get a lot of development. Yes. Still enjoying this series so far. I have exactly overall 42 episodes left to go. But for my break, I have exactly 25 left to go. Alright, yep. So yeah, that's pretty much a particular view. Please be sure to, like, comment, subscribe.